Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video, I am going to show you what my toddler and I eat in a day. Alright, so we're starting with breakfast. I'm going to make my son and I some banana pancakes. This starts with 4 eggs and 2 bananas that you whisk together until the bananas are beaten very well. Then you add 2 tablespoons of sunflower seed butter, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/3 cup of banana flour, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and a decent sized pinch of salt. And you whisk it all together and blend it very well until it's nice and smooth. And then you fry them. I like to use olive oil in my pan. You fry them up. You don't want to walk away. You want to keep looking at them because these pancakes brown very quickly and they cook very quickly, so you can easily burn them. And these do not taste very good when they are burnt. Unfortunately, the sunflower seed butter taste comes out really well when it's burnt, and it's not pleasant at all. So they don't really tend to bubble in the same way that ordinary pancakes bubble when you cook them. They do bubble, but sometimes they're ready even though you don't see any bubbles. So just pay very close attention to them. For my son, I'm going to cut up 2 pancakes, 1 apple, and a small handful of Cheerios for him, and sprinkle a little bit of maple syrup on top. I am pouring him a cup of hemp milk. We have done whole milk with our son. We've tried all sorts of varieties. He has a serious problem digesting it, and he has a lot of difficult reactions from it. So he either drinks hemp milk or flaxseed milk. I put his multivitamin in his milk every morning, and I am lucky that he still likes the taste of it, and that's what he drinks while he's eating his breakfast. For myself, I am cooking up some scrambled eggs that I will eat along with the pancakes. I added 1 extra egg just in case he wants some food off of my plate, which is very typical. For lunch, I am making peanut butter toast and cutting it up into squares. I usually toast 2 of these because my son always asks for seconds. After that, I'll be cutting up cucumber and putting a small dollop of hummus on the plate. I'm trying to reintroduce cucumber to my son because he used to eat it and then he suddenly stopped. So I just keep trying. I just keep adding it to his plate. He has not eaten it yet. But hopefully eventually he will start liking this vegetable again. And now it's time for some juicing. Every now and then I get on a juicing kick, and then I put my juicer away for a few months. This is my favorite juice blend. This is 3 apples, 2 cucumbers, 2 oranges, and a fistful of spinach. And I just stick these in the juicer, I juice it all, and it comes out with a wonderful, refreshing taste. This juice, along with the salads I eat during the week, also, in my opinion, help give my skin a really nice glow. If you add a hint of lime to this, it tastes really great as well. My toddler loves this juice, and since I know he's not going to eat the cucumbers today, at least I'm getting some vegetables in his body anyway. I've had this juicer for 7 years and it's still going strong, so I'm pretty sure that this company has probably moved on to a much nicer model by now. But whatever I can find, I will link it below for you if you are interested in this particular juicer. I like to sip on my juice throughout the afternoon, so I'm very fond of drinking it through a teacup. And for my son, I pour his in his straw cup. He drinks his a lot faster than me, of course. For my lunch, I am having a shrimp scampi fettuccine that I made yesterday. And it's basically a good large amount of basil, oregano, and parsley, with a few tablespoons of butter and olive oil. I cooked the fettuccine separately, of course, and the shrimp separately as well. And then I added it together with my own sauce mixture, and I salted it to my own taste. This is a black bean fettuccine pasta. It's a new brand that I've just recently tried and I really like it. So I will link it below for you if you are also interested in pastas that are grain-free. I particularly like black bean pastas, lentil pastas, and chickpea pastas. So tonight for dinner, I'm getting a few of the larger meals out of the way. I'm cooking sloppy joe, and in that I put almost an entire yellow onion and 1.5 bell peppers. As I brown the meat, before the meat is completely brown, I start to season it with the seasonings that I like to use. Now, unfortunately, I do not have an exact recipe for this because I always cook it to my taste buds and it tastes different every time. But before the meat is completely brown, I do put 1 full can of tomato puree, 2 cups of honey, and my seasonings. So here is all of the seasonings that go into my sloppy joe. Before the meat is completely brown, I add about a teaspoon of cinnamon, some maybe about 1 or 2 pinches of cumin seed, some curry. I'm pretty generous with the chili powder, and I would say about 1/2 teaspoon of the garlic granules and about a teaspoon of salt. Then I add my tomato puree, and then I add the honey. This is before the meat is completely brown. And then I let the sloppy joe reduce, and sometimes that takes about an hour to fully reduce to the thickness that I like. So now I'm getting started on the roasted chicken. I like to slit between the legs, the drumsticks on both sides of the chicken. This helps the chicken cook faster. I coat the skin with a good layer of salt. And my other 3 seasonings that I use are parsley, thyme, and sage, which I also coat fairly generously over the skin as well. I make sure that there is a good amount of olive oil coating the bottom of my pan. I cut a lemon in half and put the 2 sides face down in the pan. I also put a whole head of garlic into the pan. I don't bother to open the garlic or mince it or anything like that. Now tonight I am going to truss the chicken. I usually don't bother with this step, but because I am starting dinner very late today, I want it to cook faster and more evenly. So I'm going to tie it up, but normally you don't have to do this. It roasts just fine without this, but I do want it to cook a lot faster since I'm starting dinner at 6:30 and I normally don't start this late. Tonight for my son's dinner, I am going to spread a thin layer of sloppy joe over some toast and give him a small handful of steamed carrots. I am a little exhausted at this point, so I'm just going to put green peas and chicken on my plate, and that's going to be my dinner. My husband's going to have a sloppy joe sandwich, and then we will tackle cleaning the kitchen. Alright everyone, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I hope you stick around and watch more of my videos and consider subscribing. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.